Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Nez Porter at you. I do a lot of things in my life, a lot of repairs, all kinds of things. I do a lot of videos as well, just recently in the last year or so. So today, special request from my daughter, Sheila. I'm gonna try to do this video for you guys. So just bear with me for a second. So she want me to do a lot of you do it videos. So I'm gonna try to do a couple of these as I go along. So the other day she told me to come, take a look at this fryer later, or I think it's called an air fryer if I'm not mistaken. And I don't really know how to use one of these. So the first thing before I even work on it, I said, well, let me figure out how to use it. So I looked at it. I plugged it in. I wasn't getting any power. So then I plugged it in again. I got power in the cord. I used my continuity tester, and I used my I call it a chicken stick. So this tells you if you got power in the wire. So you know you got power in the wire, but it's not a good tester. But it's a tester. This presses the power. This is probably a better one for circuitry. So before I go in too deep into this, I said let me figure out how to use this thing. So this looks like a timer, obviously. I'm not getting any power here. I'm not sure what that is. Probably temperature or gets at a certain height. But I realized this opens up. So I said, okay, this opens up. There's an inner tray in there and all that stuff. I'm not sure how those work. That's probably a release or something. Who knows what that does. Oh, that releases it. Okay, so it does release. So I was trying to figure out how this whole thing worked. Then I kept looking around and figured, okay, this is supposed to be brand new. It doesn't work. And I know these things are supposed to have a safety switch on it. So I looked around, and then I saw this little notch here. And I couldn't tell what this notch was. So I said, let me examine it a little bit better. And looking at it, you can see it's something there. So I got my little chicken stick, like I always call it, and I just pushed it down like this. And I said, okay, it does deploy and up and down, up and down. So I turned the timer, nothing happened. But then when I deployed this little plunger down, look at that, the power is on. So I realized that this thing here was causing not to get power to the top, which is a safety switch. Now I don't cook with these, so I don't know how these are supposed to work. So I'm trying to learn how to use this thing in less than 5 minutes. I see this is the temperature adjuster up here. I don't have the instructions. Maybe they're around somewhere. I don't know, but I didn't see any. So I just fixed her problem. So this video is from Sheila Porter. If you're listening, well, you're gonna see it soon. I solved the problem. This thing here is deploying down. That gets you your power. Everything is working fine. But further investigation, I looked in the back of this pot, or this tray, whatever you want to call it. The little piece that's supposed to deploy that down is missing, or it's broken off. So it's right, you guys can see it, but it would have been right here where my finger is. It would have been right there, but it's not there. So it looked like it broke off. I could try to get a piece of plastic and super glue it into that spot, the right height, right dimension, or I could try to order this piece. I could look this up and find out who makes this and buy this whole bracket, which is this piece here, or see if they make or sell a safety clip on it. Now there's a few ways you can do it. You can bypass it, which you really don't want to do because that's your safety mechanism. You can always stick something in there to make it assimilate that it is pushed down in there. like that, or just get a piece, something, maybe the same thickness as this, and glue it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to look around, see if I have any small pieces of plastic with that dimension on it, and just fabricate it and glue it in there. Because all that's supposed to do is just push that switch down. So so that's basically the fix. I don't have the material to put in here now, but I'm pretty sure if I check through my scrap piles and stuff, I find some kind of plastic. Because all this is a hard plastic. Just even have to cut it off with something else and just kind of slot it in here and glue it in place. Probably cut a groove in there. No, it's kind of thin, so you don't want to cut a groove in there. Maybe just gluing it straight in there probably would do it. Just something to press that down when the part's in there. But until next time, guys, I'm Nez Porter. I figure I'd make this video for my daughter. Actually, it's going to be for all of them, because once I fix this, I'm going to send this to them so they can use it and start cooking right away. Nikayla, Nyshela, Nezer, and Navon. This is for you guys. I just fixed the issue with your fryer later. Or, I keep calling it a fryer later. I think this is an air fryer. I seen these on TV. I never actually physically seen one of these before, but I seen bigger versions of this on TV. I think the proper term of this is called the air fryer. I keep calling it the fryer later. Maybe it does fry late as well, but it's an air fryer. So there's your fix. Get the power on. Everything is working. Just one little safety mechanism that wasn't there in place. So until next time, guys, I'm Nez Porter. I'm going to try to do more videos of this. If you work with electricity, this thing here, do not rely on this for complete testing of a circuit. Only use this to find the presence of electricity. And the reason why, sometimes you get false readings on this, and sometimes it doesn't tell you the voltage. So it tells you electricity, it doesn't tell you the voltage. Now obviously this is 120, but in the event you're working on something that's 277 or 220, 240, it doesn't tell you the voltage. So this is, if you don't know how to use this properly, this could be more danger than helpful. Electricians always use a tester like this. This is a fluke. This is an older fluke, but I got different flukes. This is my most reliable one because this does AC and DC, and it does it automatically. It does continuity. Continuity is basically just test the two leads together, and it tells you if you got a complete circuit. It has a light at the end of it, all that good stuff. The old one had about 10 years. It still works fine. This is always my go-to one. They got the other ones with the clamp on amp meter or amp meter, whatever you want to call it, on there. But this is probably the best reliable one that I can think of that I would use in the field. So if I was going to test power out of here to see if I got a circuit, a complete circuit, I would use this. I put one on the negative, one on the positive, and see if I got a voltage. Look at my voltage reading. Let's make sure it's 120. But I just want to throw this out there. One day I'll do a video on how to use these. I don't call myself a professional, but I have been using these for a while, and these have helped me out in a lot of situations. They help me properly wire 3-way switches, 4-way switches, troubleshoot problems that other people messed up. I had a buddy of mine, I don't want to say his name, but he called me up to do a job that he had some electricians out there. He said he had a master electrician, he had 2 other guys that were apprentices, and they had a mess out there. And I came out with this thing within maybe half an hour to an hour. I solved the problem because this told me what I need to do in the circuit. And you gotta know how to use this. You know what you're looking for too. It's a lot of stuff, but this is the circuit. This is the tester if you're going to test out a circuit. This is the one to use. Not the only one, but the one for me. But until next time, guys, I'm Nez Porter signing out. Nyshela, Nikayla, Navon, Nezer. I love y'all. Take care. Bye.